The Minnesota Prairie Plan was actually a cooperative venture right from the very beginning. It was prompted when we passed the constitutional amendment in 2008, and all of a sudden we had the prospect of having a lot of money to spend, but not a plan or how to go about spending it. And so this was not a top-down driven thing. It was a thing where the 11 agencies that were involved in prairie conservation decided we would all get together and start thinking about how we could cooperate in spending that money. And it's on the order of $25 million a year or more that for prairie conservation. So in 2008, we started pulling that together and produced the first edition of the plan in 2010. And what it really did compared to what it was before is that it did prioritize where we should spend our money. In the prairie core areas first, and the corridors, second, and it did help direct money towards those particular places. So that was a huge benefit just right from the very beginning. And we do see results that for the money that has been spent in this first 10 years of the constitutional amendment has been directed. If you look at where the projects are, they fall pretty much within those sorts of areas. So that did drive it forward. But the other thing it did do is that it caused us all to start talking with one another. And I think that was the big benefit of the Prairie Conservation Plan, was these local technical teams get together and talk, and then a lot of this sort of stuff we didn't envision when we wrote the plan, like the seed cooperatives and the prairie or burning sort of joint efforts. All of that stuff sort of was an offshoot of the plan that occurred. And so that we've seen a lot more of it. In some places, it works better than in other places. Actually, this is probably one of the better landscapes where things really seem to have taken off. And I think having a prairie conservation plan has not only organized all of the 11 groups that were part of it to thinking in the same way, it has also caused the state legislature, other people that have influence, politicians, the general public to sort of start thinking about prairie, and once they start thinking about prairie, they have some place to go and refer to that can help educate them all in the same way. So I wrote most of the prairie plan, and so that I don't want to say that it's the greatest thing that's ever been, but on the other hand, from my point of view, that there has been a lot of changes from 12 years ago before we had a prairie plan.